A wonderful morning so far. Happy Wednesday. My name is Teresa. I'm the owner and artisan at NTS Design Co. I am a content creator for Dixie Belle Paint Company, and I get to come live with you guys every Wednesday to do some fun painting tutorials. So today I have this super cute little fun, I call it palette cleanser projects. Between gigantic projects, I like to squeeze in a little fun project with you guys. I need to move this back so you guys can see. Let me angle you guys down some so you guys can see what we're working on today. There we go. That is more like it. So I am gonna be having some fun with this little sign. So I have this little sign that I picked up at my local little thrift shop that I like to go to. It's just one of those little resale stores. And she's a dear friend of mine, and she has all of the cutest things. So with that being said, I found this really sweet sign, but it did not fit in with my home decor at all. I don't do farmhouse. Farmhouse is not my thing. My house is more modern Gothic. And so with this sign, it says celebrate every day, which I love the saying. I think it's super cute. It's the perfect size to hang up in my house. I don't know where it came from, probably like Hobby Lobby or something. So with that being said, we're gonna paint it. And we're going to be using some stencils. I will be using a fairy from the fairy stencil, the Mylar stencils. And then I'll be using a little mushroom. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna have some fun with that. Now, let me slide that over. Well, let's just move that down here for right now so they're not in the way. And I grabbed aubergine. I have the larger aubergine size still. You can order them and they come in this smaller size. You can still order it, it just comes in this size. So I just happen to have the larger size of that. So I'm going to be painting this, and then we're going to be applying the stencils with either gold and or both silver and gold gilding wax. Good morning, Stephanie. Thank you so much for watching today. I'll be applying that paint today with my Dixie Belle Mini. And I'm gonna go ahead and just use my heat gun just to dry it up super fast and just kind of do the things. So let's get moving today and have some fun. And I'll turn the sign around so you can see it. Not that it matters to me because I can paint it anyway, but then you guys can see it. So don't be afraid to be like, ooh, I like this, or update your home decor. Good morning, Patty. How are you, sweetheart? Thank you so much for watching with me today. I'm just gonna go ahead and mist my brush. I like to do that because A, it's easier to paint. B, I like to make sure that there's nothing inside of my brush, any debris, any dust, a chunk of paint, anything that I may have missed when I was cleaning my brush. This is an older Dixie Belle Mini. It is one of my favorites because it's kind of like worn down, and this is just the term that I use, but it's more floofed out, so it's spread out a little bit more versus the newer ones. This one, I favor this one the most. Do any of you have a favorite paintbrush? I would love to know. Mine is this one. So we're just gonna come on in with this aubergine, and I don't even necessarily need full coverage. I just want it not to be white. So if it takes 2 coats of paint, so be it. We'll just go ahead, whatever you guys think. If we want it streaky, do we want it streaky? Do we want full coverage? I'll let you guys be the judge. But that color is already so much prettier. And then it says, if you can't see it's like paint dried up when I opened it. If you can't see the writing, I'm gonna use my brush and come in here and change it. Because I was gonna use black, but then I realized black on black, you're definitely not gonna see it. So I was like, well, I'll just use purple. Because my whole house is green, black, and purple. And I use a lot of gold. So those are the colors that flow through my house. A lot of. And we're just gonna go ahead and paint that on. Making sure I don't miss you guys. I'm sitting at my table. It's kind of nice to be sitting down while I'm painting. Not that I don't sit down on the floor when I'm painting, but it's nice to be sitting down painting and being at a table, because I'm usually with a larger project with you guys. I did, a friend of mine that lives local to me, he gave me a giant dresser. I will show you guys when I'm done doing this. That will be, I have 2 projects lined up, one for the Dixie Belle main page and then one for you guys, because I like to do that with you guys, where I just kind of work with projects with you. I feel like you guys get the whole like experience of it versus just the like snippet version. That way you can go back and you can rewatch it. If you've missed anything, there's no pressure. It's always here. Let me know what you guys think about that. Do you like the snippets or do you like the whole like painting experience? And I literally am just painting, not anything fancy, no crazy techniques. We're just laying some paint down. Get that out of your way so you can see. I like the whole, okay, perfect, good. Because, you know, I feel like it's, you can learn how to do step by step, I feel like. I feel like it's more informative and not overwhelming. Like, hey, this is how I got here, and then you just have to guess. Instead, you can watch it, and then if you need something, you can go back and rewatch it, and it's always there. But these are fun. I do love these little projects like this. And if you didn't know, you can stencil with gilding wax. You don't have to always use paint. You can use the gilding wax. You can use lots of things. I'm trying not to get paint on my shirt. I've already got paint on this shirt. I try so hard not to, but it happens. I'm going heavier on these edges. I don't care if it gets on my table. My table is very loved. This is just my workshop table. I bought this table, which is a funny story. I bought this table to go into my booth space because it's like, it looks like a little diner table. It's got metal legs, and so it's red, and then my chairs that match it are bright green. And then the edge of it, it's like Formica, and it's bright red. So, I don't know. I thought it was like a cute little spring table, never did sell. I paid very minimal amount of money for it. And I just kept it because I was like, everybody needs a table in their shop, right? Everybody does. Especially when I'm doing these demonstrations with you guys. I feel like it's a necessary thing. Big truck. So I cannot wait until it's fall and I can open up my door and paint. That's my favorite time of the year. I tried to do that the other day and 9,000 flies flew in. Oh, you. So yes, all the flies, I was not impressed. So no more opening a door until we have our first freeze. Oh well, I feel like I paint in a cave because I paint in my garage. All right, I'm just getting these edges real quick and then I'm gonna zap this guy with my heat gun, put on a second layer of paint, and then we'll have some fun with some of the, I think, can't really read it. I think I'm gonna hit it with gilding wax. I'm just giving this a quick little zappy zap. I know the white is in there. I'll fix that later off camera. You guys don't want to watch me paint inside there. That's crazy and very boring. So I don't recommend using a heat gun, but in a pinch, it works. I do these live tutorials with you, so I often have to use a heat gun because there's no way I'm going to sit here and make you guys wait for this paint to dry. That'd be crazy. So we sprayed it up. I can hear my cats running around. It's so funny. They're like little crazy psychopaths. All right. If you are using a heat gun, be careful that you don't blister your paint. That's another reason why I don't recommend you use that. And when your paint is really hot and then you go back to paint, you can reactivate it. It's a whole thing. So I just follow the guidelines that are on your paint can for best results. But like I said, I am doing this for you guys. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. Because I'm gonna put wax over it anyway, so it really doesn't matter if I get the paint in there. And I'm just using plain water in my water mister bottle. And I'm just kind of just squishing it in there, to be honest. If I miss any areas, I'll go back and get it later. But that's my technique, just smush it in there. Hello, hello. I see your comment. I'm wearing my contacts today. I feel weird. I feel like my face looks funny without my glasses. Is that weird? Do you ever get used to the way that you look so much, like with your glasses, that when you don't wear them, you're like, my face looks funny. What's going on? I look weird. I love hanging out with you guys on Wednesday mornings. It's very chill. Like, I haven't really done anything. I woke up. I don't even have any makeup on. I brushed my teeth, washed my face, put my contacts in, drank a cup of coffee, and here we are. I can't see my face without my glasses. That's funny. I just get used to it. Like, I just got used to, like, the way my face looks with glasses. And so, like, I wear contacts. To be honest, I got contacts so that I could work in the shop easier. Because when I'm working, my glasses are always falling off my face, and it's just like... And they're expensive, you know? You guys know, glasses are not cheap. And I didn't want them to get messed up working in here. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna get contacts. And I love my contacts, I do. It makes things so much easier, but I just don't like the way my face looks. I feel like my face looks funny. Which is ridiculous, because it's my face. It's been my face my whole life. It's just like, it's not like it changed. Nothing changed, it's still me. It's just weird. It's like wearing a piece of jewelry or something on your face. So it just looks, whatever. Anyway, I'm a weirdo. What can I say? This is looking super cute. I'm digging it. I'm just dabbing this in here. Checking our time. I want to make sure I can do all of this with you. Very entertaining, I'm sure. Hanging out with me, yay! I love it, it's the best. All right. You guys getting ready for spooky season? Is that a thing for you guys? Like, I'm totally in the spooky season. It's my favorite holiday. Absolutely love it. I have my decorations outside ready to go up, but it's been so hot that I just can't. I don't want to put them up yet because it's too hot outside. I don't know what the temperature is going to be today. They may go up today, they may not. Okay. Slide this down. Again, this is not a hard project. It's just something that's super fun. I really just love and enjoy doing these little projects like this because you do a bigger dresser and you have to think, like, you have to plan, you have to fix, you have to, like... All right, I'm done doing the inside of those letters. We'll do that later. Maybe not, just kidding. My OCD is gonna kick in and be like, no, you have to do it. Just kidding. Because I know myself, I won't finish it. I'll be like, it's good enough. That was way too much paint. That's all right. And you can just kind of like smush your brush in there. You could use a smaller craft brush if you wanted to. But I choose to just use what I have. The minis get in there perfectly. There we go. Last little letter over here. And then I'll just paint the edges, and then we'll have some fun with that gilding wax. I am excited about the gilding wax. I think it's gonna be really cute. I think I want to use both gold and silver. I don't know, maybe just gold. I feel like maybe just gold. I brought both out because I wasn't exactly sure which color I wanted to use, because I do love them both, but in my house I have more gold than I do silver. I have a lot of gold in my house. And then just after, I'm just very lightly brushing it across because I want to make sure that, all right, that one's harder. I'll leave that alone. I'll fix that later. Grab my edges. Turn this up. Ugh. My arms are so short. I feel like a T-Rex. Like, what is it? That movie, Meet the Robinsons, when he's like, I think I just made a mistake. I have a big head and little arms. Yeah, that's what I feel like. My kids loved that movie. As a parent, do you make references to like kids' movies all the time? I feel like that's everything in my life. All right, our edges are done and looking fab. Bloop. Grab this edge real quick. I will do stuff like this too for my booth space and just kind of like zhuzh it up a little bit. But today this one's just for me. So I saw it and I was like, I just love this. I love the saying. I thought it was super stinking cute. Celebrate it every day. Why not, right? So my girlfriend has the cutest, which is where I'm kind of coming with this. Like my girlfriend has the cutest apartment ever. And she dopamine decorates. And if you don't know what that is, look it up. Dopamine decorating is you decorate whatever makes you happy. So it doesn't matter if it's a style, if it matches, like it's just basically whatever makes her happy, she just puts in her house. And she has the cutest stinking apartment. So I was like, she's got a lot of verbiage, she's got a lot of pictures, she's got a lot of picture boards. We all have pictures on our phone, right? She has all of her pictures of her friends on her walls. Like when we were younger, remember how we did that? That's how her house is. Pictures of her kids. Like it's the stinking cutest. It's so cute. I love it so much. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna decorate my house like that because I live here and I have to stare at this stuff every single day. So why not make it fun, right? Why not make it like, no one comes to my house. No one's gonna be like, oh, why is it like that? And if you do, that's weird. So it is what it is. We're gonna make it pretty. I mean, I paint my furniture all kinds of crazy. My bedroom furniture is purple. I have the vanity that me and my son painted. I wanna say it was over a year ago now. And it's still in my bedroom. I have the dresser that matches it. It'll never ever change. Like that vanity will be there. I'll never get rid of it because me and my son painted it. It makes me very happy. So I'm slowly working on doing the things in my house that make me happy. I'm going to finish my cabinets today. I've been saying that for like 3 months now. I'm seriously gonna finish my cabinets today. They need to be done. I have a couple projects that I need to finish as well. I'm missing your comments because I can't see them. I'm so sorry, guys. If I don't look up and catch them because I'm too far away, I can't scroll back. I'll go back at the end and scroll back and make sure that I didn't miss anything. I'm sorry, guys. But yes, dopamine decorating. It's a thing. You should totally do what makes you happy. Painting definitely makes me happy. Anything that I don't like, you just paint it. It's a quick fix, right? How long did that take? 20 minutes and I talked a lot. All right, we're gonna leave that be. Put that over there. Slide you there. Get all this stuff out of your way so you can see. I'm doing gold. So let's do gold just because the gold makes me happy. We're gonna open up with that's silver, with a little paint can opener is how I open these. Okay, this one's a brand new one. I grabbed a new one. All right, so I'm just gonna grab, Dixie Belle sells little artisan brushes. They are fabulous for this kind of stuff, okay? You wipe it off on your fingernail apparently. I like to offload on my lids and throw my lid on the table. All right, so now, I guess I didn't even have to paint that. If I get extra, Dixie Belle sells these bags of rags. Makes me very happy. So I'm just gonna open up one of these guys and grab a small rag. Put that back over there. And then, probably just got that on my face. I have to go, okay, thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate it very, very much. And I'm just gonna get some of that gold off. And if I get some of the paint off, because obviously it's not cured, I'll just repaint it. Just a little bit. Let's use this brush. I feel like the pointed brush, I feel like angled brush would probably work better. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So we're just dipping in very little bit, and then I offload it on the little lid. And then just making it so you can see. The angle brush does work better because I can get in those little corners. I'm just like wiggling it in there. If I get any on the top, just taking this little rag and just wiping back real quick. Again, if I get some of the paint off, it's fine, I can fix it. Everything is fixable. How cute is that, right? That's just one little letter. Isn't that cute? I feel like that looks way better than being black. I love it. So let's continue. I don't think I'm gonna paint those, that's fine. I don't even think I really needed to. So save yourself. Don't go crazy and paint it. You can just put your little gilding wax in there and it'll cover it up. You can make it as heavy or as light as you want. If you're not sure, less is more, and then you can always go back. It's way easier to add than it is to try to remove. There we go. Concentrating. This makes me so happy. It's like, it's so shiny and pretty, right? My hair is crazy today. I love this. It's so pretty. This is gonna look so good on my wall. So I have a black wall in my house. It's just an accent wall. I don't know where I'm gonna hang this exactly. I just had to have it. I was like, this is super cute. I don't know where I'm gonna put it. Maybe I'll put it in my bedroom. All right, let's just wipe off. If you catch it when you first do it, it just comes right off. I'll go back and fix all the little areas that I can't see because I'm live with you guys and it's upside down. Love that. And it doesn't have to be like crisp and perfect either. So don't feel like, oh my gosh, it has to be perfect, because it's just for fun. Just for fun. You could do this. This would be a great project. Like, I love doing stuff like this during the holiday season where you just kind of get your kids together and like family, friends, whatever, have like a girls' art night. I don't drink wine, but if you do, you could have like, you know, whatever, make it fun. I like doing stuff like this with the kids. It keeps them off of their devices, especially during, like, you know, like I said, family gatherings, and everybody can, like, you can put this on their play setting and everybody can go home with a fun little thing. It's just something different. Or have like a girls' night in, I guess. Making sure I'm not going over my time with you guys. I want to make sure I can get everything done, because I can do a lot of this offline. And I actually almost, you know how I am, I'm like, more is more. I kind of feel like I like it better with just a little bit of that gilding wax overlapping. I just feel like it adds just a little bit more glam. So let's try that. And I didn't add any more. I'm just using what's a little bit left on my brush just to kind of brush those edges just a little bit. I know you can't see it from that angle. I'll bring you guys in just a second. And that way I don't have to worry about touching up my edges with the purple, because there's gold. How cute is that, right? Just with a little bit of that gold on the edge overlapping. Just a smidge, just a little smidge. So pretty. I feel like you guys couldn't see that, sorry. Am I the only weirdo that uses both hands when they paint? Like, I feel like I am sometimes. I feel like if my other hand can get in there better, I will switch hands. And we're just gonna dust a little bit. My house is so quiet. My son's tracked out from school, so he's still asleep. He goes to year-round school. And then I'm just gonna take my little cloth and then just kind of rub that in just a little bit, just so I don't have so much on here. So I feel like this one was a little bit bolder than the other letters because it was bigger. I was like, yay, more gold. Let me dial it back for a second. All right, let's do the A and the Y, and then we'll go ahead and do the fairies because you just watch me do all this, so. And there's no like crazy technique to this. Like I said, this is why these like fun little projects are just like effortless. You just have fun with it. There's no rules. I'm gonna do this Y. There was a little bit of wet paint on there. Get that off. All right, so there is Every Day in gold. I think that looks amazing. It's super bold and bright. Very eye-catching. I'm gonna go ahead and cover, actually no, I'm not, I'm lying. We're gonna use that. So now, I'm going to take our fairy stencil. I'm going to open her up. And I have already decided that I want to use this bottom one. It's sticking to me. All right, so it's the fairy stencil. Just rub it there. Just dropped that on the floor, it's okay. It's perforated, so I'm just gonna go ahead and fold it along that perforated edge both ways to kind of help it when I pull it apart. I love the little fairy stencil. It makes me very, very happy. This very nicely comes right apart. There we go. There we go. There's the little dancing one. Here's the little one with the moon. And then there's that one. I'm just going to use this one with the moon. So I'm going to lie these down here, cover them up so they don't get messed up. Okay, so now I want to put her here. And she doesn't have to be perfect. I'm trying to get as much of it in as possible. So I don't really need the entire moon in there. I want her legs in there. So we'll kind of back her this way. About like that. Let me grab some painter's tape. Hold on one second, guys, sorry. You can use the spray adhesive if you want to. I just prefer, I use the yellow frog tape just because it's the easiest of the tapes. There we go. And my son has been using this for his fishing rods, I can tell, because it's all over the place. All right, so what I still like to do, this paint is fresh. I will stick it on my clothes to detack the tape a little bit because I don't want it to pull my paint off. my paint is fresh. Okay? I'm gonna align her how I want her. So I can get most of the fairy in there and her little legs, right? I feel like that's a good spot. Okay, I'm going to tape it very lightly because I don't need it to like, not mounting it. I just want it to stay. I do this when I'm painting my stripes on stuff too. Like I will rub it against my pants or whatever just to detack that tape just a little bit, so it's not so grippy. Okay, so now that I know that this isn't really moving anywhere, so I'm not gonna like go in there all crazy. Cover my tape back up. So I'm the queen of losing lids. All right, now we're just gonna go in again with our gilding wax. I'm gonna set that right there. I have my rag ready. Just put it in my lap. Okay, I'm gonna take my lid. We're gonna offload. Make sure you guys can see this project. Okay. Now, if you feel like there's still too much, you can offload on your little cloth just to see. Remember, less is more. If you go in and it's not enough, you can add more. And I'm just tapping. Very lightly tapping. If you are scared to use paint in your stencils because your paint runs underneath, trying a gilding wax may be a better option for you because it's not liquidy, right? So there's nothing to run. Nothing's running. We're tapping. We're not swiping. We're just tapping, pouncing, however you want to say it. Whatever words you want to use, it's all the same thing. You can hold little areas down if you feel like you need more support. You can make it as dark or as bright as you want. Like I said, if you feel like there's some areas that you want brighter, like that was way too much. It's okay. Spread that out a little bit. And to clean this off, you can just use your scrubby soap and just clean it really lightly, and it'll come right off. Your stencil, that is. Scrubby soap is amazing. I use that stuff for everything. If you guys don't use it, you definitely need to. It's great for your paintbrushes. Like my paintbrush is just sitting there drying as we're talking. Usually, if I was a good paintbrush mommy, I would have a plastic baggie ready for it, but I do not. But my scrubby soap will get all of that extra like dried paint on there. This stuff is a miracle worker. You can also clean the gilding wax off of your brushes with the same thing. It works amazing. It has saved many of paintbrushes that I have forgotten about in my shop overnight on accident, because we are all guilty of that at least once. I'm just holding down my stencil. If your hands get tired, switch hands. Don't worry about your little brushes. They are very resilient. They bounce back. I love these little artisan brushes. They are definitely my favorite. I'm so excited. Well, I still am. I'm so excited that Dixie Belle carries them. I use them on every single project. There isn't a project that I don't use them on. I use them on the drawer lips to my dressers. I use them on everything. Almost there, guys. We got one little more spot, and then I can go back and do some touch up if there's any areas that I want darker. And just go back over a couple little areas that I feel like aren't as bright as I would like them to be. All right, that is that. Close my gilding wax. And if you want to, you can take your brush and kind of offload some of it until you get your scrubby soap on it, just to make sure. All right, so I'm gonna bring you guys in close. Make sure I don't have it. I do have some on my hands. Let me get this off my hands before I start touching everything, as I did here. You guys are wondering if I'm gonna seal this. I'm not. It's gonna hang on my wall. I just wiped the paint off of that, but that's fine. All right, let's go ahead and bring you guys in close. So then I'm just going to very carefully take my tape off. And there's my beautiful little fairy. Isn't she cute? So it's super, super cute. And I'm gonna be adding some other things, something here and some more stuff there so it's not so busy. And then I'll fix this. So she's gonna be super cute. Thank you so much, Stephanie, I appreciate that. So celebrate every day. She's gonna be beautiful. I love it. I think she's super stinking cute. So there is that. I appreciate you guys so much. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. I will catch you guys next Wednesday, and we will be starting, let me show you guys, one of two projects. So I just picked up this gal, and then I have this one next to it. So, all right, guys, have a wonderful week. I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Thank you, Dixie Belle, for allowing me to be here, of course, and I appreciate each and every one of you for taking some time and being with me too. Bye, you guys.